Hello biology students, welcome to our video of transportation in plants. Okay, so we are going to cover the following subtitle, which are the vascular system, the absorption of water and mineral salts, and transpiration stream, and also translocation. Okay, so one have to understand the things that are being transported in plants. Okay. The following are being transported in plants: water and also dissolved minerals. Okay, so glucose is being transported from the leaves where the photosynthesis takes place, and water and dissolved minerals, they are being transported from the ground up to the leaves to go and be used under the process called photosynthesis. Okay, so looking at our first subtitle, which is a vascular system, we have got the following tissues that need to be understood. We have got a xylem and also a phloem. Okay, so a xylem, its main function is to transport water and dissolved minerals, meaning from the roots up to the leaves where the photosynthesis takes place. Okay, so we also have got phloem. Phloem, its main function is to transport the manufactured food from the leaves up to other part of the plant. Okay, so these two, they are being separated. They are separated by the tissue known as cambium. Okay, so cambium, its main function is to separate a xylem tissue and also a phloem. Okay, then the other function of cambium is that it produces new cells. It carries out cell division and produces new cells, including xylem and phloem. Okay, those are the main function of the xylem and the phloem. Okay, so those are things that you need to understand under this subtitle known as vascular system. Okay, so you need to know that the way the vascular system looks, in the stem is not the way it looks in the roots. They have got different image the way they look, and most of the time the examiners likes to bring that, and they ask you to identify whether a certain vascular tissue where it's taken from. Okay, so now you need to know. So the following image, they show us the arrangement of vascular tissue in a dicot and also monocot plants. Okay, so we have got a cross section of a vascular tissue in a dicot stem. Okay, so this is how it's going to be looking like. Okay, so there's always in this, the xylem is star-shaped and is located in the center. Okay, then the phloem is between the arms of the xylem. Okay, so meaning this is our phloem, then this one is our xylem. Okay, so this one becomes our xylem. Okay, then we have got our endodermis here, and we have got our root hair and also the epidermis. Okay, so how are we going to know if the vascular tissue is taken from the root? Okay, so always the roots has got the root hair, have got this part which is the root hair. So when you see a diagram, when a diagram is given to you and it doesn't have the root hair, you should know that vascular system, that vascular tissue is not taken from from the stem. It's not taken from from the roots. Okay, so that's only secret. Then we've got this other diagram which shows the cross section of a vascular system, a vascular tissue taken from the monocot root. Okay, so this is the dicot root, this one is the monocote root. Okay, so how are we going to know if it is the vascular tissue is taken from the monocote root? It's going to have the xylem. Our xylem is not going to be attached to each other. Okay, so this is the way it's going to be looking like. Then pakati upon the mid we have got our phloem. So this becomes our phloem. Okay, this becomes our xylem. Okay, then we have got root here. Then here I've got our endodermis. Okay, then here I've got our epidermis. So in biology, endo, it actually means inside, whereas epi means what? Outside. Okay, then we move on to the next diagram, which shows the cross section of a vascular tissue in a dicot stem. Okay, so the way you're going to identify this, you're going to have this shape. You're going to have this thing which is ring-like. Okay, then it's more like a circle. Then they will draw a vascular tissue. Okay, and they'll ask you to label. Okay, they'll ask you to label it. So the one which is going to be shaded, it will be our xylem. Then this one which is not going to be shaded, it will be our phloem. Then on the middle, remember we have got what? Cambium. And you should also remember that the function of a cambium, it separates what? Both xylem and what? And the phloem. And also is the one which is responsible to produce new xylem and also new phloem. Okay, then this diagram, and on this diagram we have got the cross section of a vascular tissue in a monocote stem. Okay, this is a dicot stem, and this one is what? Is a dicot, it's a monocote stem. So you are going to have our vascular bundle in a scattered manner. Okay, so how are we going to label this one? The one which is shaded, it will become our xylem. This one will become our phloem. Then the part which separates these two is cambium. Is cambium. Okay, so now just to give a little summary of this, we have said that the function of a xylem, it transports water and dissolved minerals from the roots up to the leaves where the photosynthesis takes place. And the function of the phloem is to transport the manufactured food from the roots up to other part of the plant. Whereas the function of the cambium is that it carries out cell division to produce new cells, including xylem and and the phloem. Okay, so this is our part 1 of the transportation in plants. In part 2, we are going to cover the absorption of water and minerals, and also transpiration system and the translocation.